do this. Welcome to the last night of the 5-star featured STRYFE Arena. I'm going for milestones. Just gotta bring up all the different things here. And well, now that's interesting, isn't it? Wait for it. Wait for it. It's so interesting. How's the picture looking for you guys? Is it like ridiculously zoomed in the top corner of the screen or what? That's so weird. Anyway, I'm Rob vonShoe. I'm gonna be just hanging out here next couple hours, whatever it winds up being. I'm just grinding, like I said, milestones for the last chunk of the 5-star featured STRYFE Arena. I'm currently sitting at about 13 mil, give or take. I'm trying to get to about 22 mil when it's all said and done. Going for 1 to 5%, which I think would be pretty cool. Okay, cool. So that works. Awesome. So for whatever reason, in my YouTube preview, it's just showing like the top corner here, like right where the arrow is, and the 13,000 crystals that are just like sitting and rotting away. Weird. Yeah, but I mean, it's showing up okay, fine for everywhere else. Anyway, how's it going, everybody? It is Wednesday night. I hope you guys are all doing well. Welcome to the stream. Let's get rolling, shall we? Let's get rolling. Time's a wasting. What a busy day today's been, you know? What a busy freaking day today's been. We got new content out. It is new content day. There's a new monthly side event going on. A couple of side events, to be honest. There's a whole new side arena going on right now. There's still STRYFE going on right now. There's a Catalyst arena going on right now. We have a brand new 3-star Psycho Man that everybody got for free. That's going on right now. And we're still playing with the 4 freaking reworks between Kingpin, Mole Man, Terrax, and the other guy. Yellow Jacket, that's the one. So there's just a little bit to do. There's just a little bit going on. I hope you guys are all doing well. I'm doing very fantastic here. I'm excited. I always love doing the live streams here, and we're back at it. Been a busy fella here myself. Posted a couple videos here today. So there is a fantastic cheese that you can do with any flavor of Psycho Man here, where you can get an infinite heavy chain going and trap your opponent in the corner. Just lather, rinse, repeat, and just cheese the heck out of that. That was really fun. To find out how to do that, that's a video posted on the channel here. Plus, just see how freaking awesome Yellow Jacket's Petrify is now against the Act 5.4.6 Lultron boss. Wound up doing that with the rank 3 5-star. You can do that with any flavor of Yellow Jacket as well. Get that special to Petrify up, and then just, you know, cheese the heck out of that. Watch the health melt away. So cool stuff, fun stuff to check out on the channel. Again, if you have not already, definitely do cordially invite you to do that. But that's neither here nor there. It's arena time, everybody. Want to say a big howdy to legendary Half stopping in. Half calling dibs on first tonight. Good on you, bud. Congrats on being first. How's it going? Ken also saying, "What's up, bro?" Well, what's up back at you? How are you? We're halfway through the week here already. Already, can you believe that? It's freaking unreal to me. Saying also, so you know how the side quest has this stun reflect node? Well, I didn't read all the nodes and decided to fight a stun reflect rhino with no counter. Oh, I soloed him. It was a painful 2 minutes. Yeah, that's the thing. That is definitely the thing, because you gotta be really careful about that. It's basically either just well, I hope you'll tell me how you wind up doing it, but it's either. Well, no, you can't even intercept him. It's just having him punch into your block and then waiting until he gets done with his combo and countering from there. Yeah, that's a doozy. That's a doozy. Grotty Mike had the same problem earlier today. Interesting. Psycho Man objectives are so awesome. So much free ISO. I'll never complain about it. Yeah, I inadvertently wound up getting a couple of those myself earlier. Just doing like the easy heroic difficulty, just because I had some energy that had maxed out and figured what the heck, may as well burn it. And then yeah, I got a bunch of free ISO from the milestones. That's awesome. I'll take it. Daniel Miller stopping by. What's up, Daniel? Who do you think is more useful, iBomb or Spider-Ham? Thinking of doing a fun rank up. That's tough, because both of them are beyond god tier science champion options, so we can't weigh that. If you're looking to do a fun rank up, go with Spider-Ham. Definitely Spider-Ham, just because he's so fun and silly to play just by himself. So ridiculously fun and silly, and immensely useful. I think at the end of the day, iBomb has better longevity, better staying power. He can survive longer in a quest just because he has some natural heals built in. Plus, he's a huge HP monster. Whereas, you know, Spider-Ham's pretty squishy, but man, I love playing Spider-Ham. I took mine up to rank 3. I have never, ever looked back. I use him all the time. So you can't go wrong either way. Spider-Ham if you want to have more fun. iBomb if you know, you want to have a little bit, you know, a little bit more staying power, a little bit more longevity there. Either way, big congrats. Finish. There we go. Ken just took him, iBomb to rank 4 as a 5-star today, and he puts in so much work. Yes, he does. Yes, he does. I just recently took mine up to rank 4 as well, maybe a couple weeks back. And yeah, he just wrecks everything. He just wrecks everything. Basically, if it can be poisoned, it's going to melt. Which is nice, because it's, you know, 6 years into the game when we finally have the first OP poison champ. Which is really sad that it's taken this long, but here we are. Matt Murdoch stopping by saying, "Hey, what up, guys? What's up, Matt? Good to see you. How are you? Happy Wednesday?" I'll probably take both champs to rank 5, says Daniel, when I can, but for now I'm still deciding on who to rank up. I think the other thing to consider, though, too, is like where your own personal roster's biggest area of not improvement. That's not at all the right word. Like which skill set will benefit your roster the most. If you're looking for a damage over time champion, iBomb. If you want someone who's really fun and niche, that you can take up against like annoying power control nodes or like power lock nodes, then Spider Ham. Because the thing with Spider Ham is that his special attacks are great, but all you gotta do is, you know, land a couple mediums. You don't even need to throw any specials, just a couple mediums, and you've got a whole heck of a lot of power stings going by itself. So that is super, super useful to work around some of the annoying content there. What's up, Jacob? Jacob's stopping by, popping in, saying, "What's up, bro? What's good, Jacob? How you doing, buddy? Happy Wednesday. Happy last day of the Strife Arena. Happy Yellow Jacket Eve. Man, that's like a not quite a 180, but that's two completely different worlds right there. Got the Strife Arena now. We got the Yellow Jacket Arena tomorrow. Even with the buff, I still think Yellow Jacket's probably not going to go more than like 25 mil. Just because he's been around forever. Nice buff, but he has been around. He's been around the block once or twice. There we go. Gilly's always so much fun with that invisibility. Slowing things down. How's your day going, Rob? Did you do anything cool or interesting today? I had a lot of fun. A lot of fun. Today was actually a fantastic day all around. I'm really happy with, just getting like talking about like game stuff strictly. It was really good because I'm really happy with a couple of videos I put out today. Got a chance to play with Yellow Jacket, got a chance to play with Psycho Man a little bit, and really happy with those videos. But more importantly, had a really good day with my kid too. So it was nice. It was really nice. I'm getting him hooked on Mario Kart, which has always been one of my own personal favorites. So I gotta teach him. I gotta teach him and learn him how to play. Cause you know, get a little player 2 action going. Who puts a Gilly 99 in Arena? Dude, everybody puts Gilly 99 in Arena. Everybody does. Like, Nick Fury and Domino used to be the most annoying champs to fight in Arena. Now it's Gilly 99. Still Nick Fury. Still Doom. But freaking Gilly 99, man. She's everywhere. And that stupid invisibility pops up all over the place. And the cooldown, you know, is cooling down while she's still invisible, so that just like limits the window to, you know, lay in some hurt a little bit even more. It's so annoying. And it's not like she's immensely difficult to fight, you know. She just slows down the flow. Which console for Mario Kart? For the Switch. Got Mario Kart 8. Which is fun. I'm very happy with what they did. It's an old game. I mean, it's been out for a few years, a number of years. But it was really nice because it's a nice, like a perfect hybrid of both, you know, new maps and new modes and like reimaginings of some of the older classic stuff. So it's really fun seeing like the reimagining of like the N64 maps, right? Because those are the ones that I grew up on. And as much as I still like to go back and play the original on the 64, getting to play it on the Switch with that extra top coat of paint is really cool as well. Plus, it's a new soundtrack and a new score and all that too. It's just like the perfect storm of awesomeness. I think Dragon Man is one of the most annoying champions to fight in Arena 2. Funnily enough, I don't see Dragon Man a lot. He is, yeah, and just like he's super annoying, most everywhere he shows up, whether it's an alliance event or a story quest or whatnot. He's just an annoying character. A really good character, but a really annoying one, speaking of which. But yeah, for whatever reason, I don't see a lot of Dragon Man. It's weird. It's like the game like zeroes in on like 10 characters, right? And those are the 10 characters that just fight incessantly. Like, there's always a couple of people that names that you recognize popping up in Arena 2 that the game pairs you up against. It's, you know, either because you have similar PI levels or what. I parried that. Or if you got like similar PI levels, so it just like automatically pairs you up because it's like, it's close enough. There we go. Good lord, that was way too close. Black Knight, what's good, buddy? Have you been? Been really busy with work? Well, like good busy with work, or like they just are throwing a bunch of like nonsense your way for busy work kind of work? I was gonna say, hey, I mean, busy at work is a good thing. Good lord. But I figure need more info first. That's all good. It's all good. It's good to see you. I've been really good. I've just been hanging out, really. Trying to work on the work-life balance here myself a little bit, and that's one of my New Year resolutions this year. And it's going pretty okay so far. It's hard, but I'd say it's going pretty okay. Hope you're doing well as well, though. Traded in Mario Kart for Animal Crossing. How are you liking Animal Crossing? Because every now and again, I still see, like, you know, a bunch of stuff coming out from it, and people still having a lot of fun with it. Switch is like the little system that could, you know. You got like everyone's like duking it out, like which is better, PlayStation or Xbox, and then in the background Nintendo's just like, hey guys, y'all can just like have fun, you know, squabbling about that, but Nintendo Switch is the one where everybody comes back for a fun time. I mean, myself included. Love my PlayStation, but dang, there's just so many good titles on Nintendo. That being said, if they can bring back a virtual console one of these years, that'd be nice. They had to get that going for the Wii, and then kind of just like stop doing it for no good reason. It'd be nice if they brought that back. Marvel Champion stopping in. Hey Rob, is Human Torch worth a generic Awakening gem? I used him recently and I'm in 6-3 progressing in Cavalier. No, actually. So Torch, yes, is an amazing champion, but his awakened ability doesn't really do a whole lot for him. All his awakened ability does is that it gives him a very small chance each round to re-trigger that like Nova pre-fight that he gets. So even at So even at max Sig 200, it still isn't a 100% chance to get that Nova per round. And at like Sig 20, Sig 40, or something like that, it's not 0, but it may as well be. So it's, unless you're absolutely desperate for prestige, like you're gonna awaken him and throw, 200 Sig stones on him, or 199, whatever. Throw a bunch of Sig stones on him, I would say no. Save it for somebody else. bud. Big congrats on having that torch in the first place. Daniel says, even though I don't have a Miles Morales, can't wait for his buff, especially because he's gonna have a synergy with Spider-Ham. Yeah, it'll be fun to see what the buff is. You know, Mike was saying, so long and the short of it is that Kabam Mike officially announced that Classic Black Panther and Spider Miles are both getting reworks eventually. Specifically, he was saying that they're already working on the Black Panther one and that they want to do the Spider Miles one as well. So that makes me believe that it's going to be like, you know, 2 different months that they're released. But they're holding off on Spider Miles because they want to work on the VFX a little bit. So they either want to like add more effects to him or, you know, change up his animations or something. Uh-oh. But yeah, I'm really excited to see what they do with him too, because that dude needs some love. That dude needs some love. In Black Panther too, but like Black Panther's base kit is super vanilla and needs the love and attention, but like his synergy game the last year has been OP, completely OP. So we'll see what they do with that. Animal Crossing is dope. It's playing right before the stream. Nice. So fun story. I haven't played Smash Bros in like 9 months, almost a year, really. Because I always play with my buddy when we get together in person, right? And then, you know, COVID happened and we haven't seen each other for a while. Anyway, I got a chance to play a little while ago after having not played for about, you know, that 9 months time or whatever. And I thought I'd be going into it and it would just be like rusty. Like I don't remember what the characters do. I don't remember the buttons, you know, none of that. But I pick up that freaking controller, I pick up DDD as my main again, and it's like no time has passed. Just like, you know, pick up the controller and just start rinsing my buddy. And we had to laugh about it at first, and then it was game on mode. But good times. We have most consoles, but I spend most time on my Switch because I can just lay down or use the restroom whilst remaining in my Smash Bros. Match. Yeah, seriously. And that's a big plus about it too, you know. That sort of mobility. And I can see why people would be interested in just like, was it the Switch Lite, I think? Where the controllers are actually built in and it doesn't have that docking feature. But, I don't know, to me, like, the whole novelty of the system is being able to do exactly that. Like, you can play it on the TV if you want, or you can just, like, bring it along with you wherever you go. Because I certainly do both, still. I certainly do both. But I have not seen one in stores in ages. I see the Switch Lite, again, the connected controller one, more often than not. But like a classic Switch, no, I haven't seen one of those in ages. Hey, it's not BP, it's now PP. Hey man, what's up? Not gonna stay for long, but wanted to say that you're one of my favorite YouTubers. Aw, thanks, bud. Really hope you're gonna grow more and more. Hoping you make some more champ guides. Cheers. That is on the short list. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much for the kind words. Thank you very much. I'm trying to put in and you know, have some fun and put in the work and make some fun videos, have a good time, and see what happens. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming down the pipe, and a lot of stuff on the to-do list, the wish list. So we'll see what happens. I got a couple new ideas for fun spin-off series and one-offs as well as you know, the tried and true crystal openings and stuff that have kind of been the cornerstone of the channel last year. This year, I want to focus a lot more on gameplay. I was going through the stuff, all the stuff that I put out last year, and I'm really happy and proud of the channel for the work and the videos put in last year. But it was very, very heavily crystal opening centered, which is cool. But I really want to, again, focus more so on gameplay. So that's what I'm trying to do here this year. You know, with some of the cheese guides, cheese strats, some of the fun utility stuff, like with the Yellow Jacket one this morning, cheesing that old Loltron boss. And then just, you know, going from there. But much appreciated. Much appreciated. A Falcon main, huh? I see you there. And that's the best part about that game is that there's, I mean, there are a lot of champions in that game, but there's like no one like broken OP god tier must have, right? It's like there's just so many different options for like really solid characters. And it feels like most everybody can counter most everybody else, which is really nice. Brian took his Kingpin to rank 3. I don't doubt it. I don't blame him. I'm taking mine to rank 2. I might take mine to rank 3 just because he's awakened. He is that good. And I don't have a mole man. That's the other thing. Mr. Smoke stopping by saying, hello, Rob. What's good, Mr. Smoke? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the grind here. How's it going? I feel like the Switch Lite is something I find useless. But I do see how people wouldn't care too much about whether they can connect to their TV. I feel like saving $100 is worth it. Yeah, and especially since they've discontinued their other handheld games. You know, the DS is done and discontinued, and Game Boy has been gone for years and years. So like the Switch Lite effectively is the newest DS or Game Boy successor. You know, that having been said, that the way that they design their games, you can play on a handheld, but they put so much extra work and detail into the smaller things that you almost kind of need it to be blown up on a TV to not appreciate it. That's not the right word, but to really I would say to have the best overall experience. It's very very easy to play handheld, especially for like Mario Kart and a couple other games like that. But like you get like Breath of the Wild or something on there, you can play handheld. But me personally, I just have a much better time on TV. Could just be because my eyes don't work as well anymore. Man Falcon, what's good, bud? Saying greetings, Rob. Greetings, Falcon. How goes it this fine evening? Kirby mains are the funniest people out there. Yeah, I used to be a Kirby main. I used to. Back on the 64, back when he was... Like, I didn't realize it at the time, but looking back at it now, back when he was completely broken. Like, Kirby was so broken on the 64. And they've slowly been, like, balancing him out the last few iterations, but yeah. See, 'cause there's like the serious characters in Smash, and then there's like the fun characters, and they're all good, right, in their own way. But some are just so delightfully silly, and that's one of the reasons why I like playing DDD so much, is because he's effectively just like a giant troll character. But in being a giant troll character, he's also secretly really OP, really good in the right hands. So it's fun. It's fun. It's kind of like tying it together back with this game, like Dragon Man, right? Using Dragon Man offensively. Like, having never heard of Dragon Man before he got introduced into this game, and I never did. I didn't read the old Fantastic Four comics. I'm like, really? They're introducing someone called Dragon Man? He's a part dragon, part man, part robot, and he's running around in, like, tighty whities, effectively? Really? This is the new character that they want us to... Alright, okay. But then you actually start playing Dragon Man, and he's broken. Like, gloriously broken. I love playing that dude so much now. But he's very silly. Very silly. Hey, J-Rock coming in for the Simula raid. What's good, J-Rock? Much appreciated, bud. Thank you for joining in on that raid. Happy Wednesday. Hope you're doing well here this fine evening. And Sim himself, part of the Sim raid. Thanks, Sim. Brian as well. Brian is Ronan. What's good, everybody? Welcome to the stream. I am Rob vonShoe. Hope you guys are doing well here today. I'm just putting up some last-minute points, getting a 1 to 5% in the STRYFE arena. I got the 3-star, I got the 4-star, 5-star. I'm gonna worry about in the feature crystal later on. But yeah, welcome everybody. We're talking Smash Bros. We're talking Nintendo Switch. We're also talking occasionally MCOC. Occasionally, just a little help in here and there. BB says, if I hit the button repeatedly, will the like button cause issues? I think it will. I think it will. That having been said, you are more than welcome to try. Half says, Rob, be going for 70 mil. Yes, I plan on not sleeping at all and refreshing and burning about 15,000 units in the next 13 hours or so. I wonder, I don't think it's possible. I don't think it's possible. Like, if one of you guys have a calculator and don't mind doing some quick maths. So if I can get 250,000 points every 2.5 minutes, and there's 13 hours left, and I do non-stop refreshes and whatnot. Never mind me just like, you know, powering through a sleepless night and somehow finding 15,000 units to spend in the first place. I wonder if you could do 70 or the remaining 50 million points in 13 hours. Like, it would be friggin' awful. It would be friggin' awful. But I think it'd be pretty close. Jacob also tagging in with the sim raid. Well, appreciate that, bud. Appreciate the double dipping. See, that's awesome. Get to hang out with everybody. I like it. Uh-oh. Live, Ant-Man. Live. I mean, he's probably not, but... So I've lost my evasion. So I counter that. Friggin' Noodle Ant-Man. Dragon Man sounds like a cousin of Man Bear Pig. Yeah, Sim, we were talking about Dragon Man just casually. Oh, that was a KO? That's unexpected. I was not expecting a KO off of that. Good lord. I'll take it, though. I'll for sure take it. Because, like, beating a Void with that synergy team, that's pretty nice. Delicious. One of these days, I need to get back around to play testing out Dragon Man some more. Just my luck, I just took up my 5-star to rank 5 because he's amazing. And then, as fate would have it, I wound up pulling him as a 6-star. I will... Damn, this team again? I'll take it, though. More Dragon Mans, the better. It's a nice thing that this guy doesn't have damage masteries on, though. Come on. Brian says, what's your next 3-star to beat down Sim with? I am down to roll a 3-star SmackDown with Sim whenever Sim is down. There is always an open door for anybody who wants to SmackDown again or run a rematch or both. Live, Ronin, live. That was a noodle special too from Killmonger. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on. There we go. Get a little bit of special 2 action going. Sweet. Awesome. Exhilarate saying that you could get that 50 mil. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, you might wind up like hating life for a little bit for, you know, 13 hours non-stop grind refreshing, but I think you probably could. 13 hours left, right? If you do a 9-stop, you'll get around 97 mil. Nice. So there's still a chance. if I had a, not a death wish, but if I really wanted to just like hate myself for a little while. And that's not even factoring in any of those crazy 6-star boosts they get out of the solo crystals now. So I suppose you that'd be a little bit easier still. But yeah, refreshing my top 3 6-stars nets about a $250,000 without the boosts. So yeah, probably. I mean, I'd really want the 5-star to do that though. Exhilarate had a refresh when I did my run for STRYFE. Started on Friday morning, and by 10 p.m. I was at 24 mil with refreshes and class boosts. That's solid. I don't get the special arena. Why is it only 1,000 5-star shards? Last year wasn't it 5,000 5-star shards? Isn't it 1,000 6-star shards? I'll need to double check, but I thought it was 1,000 6-star. What's up, Time Twin? Sim usually appears when Dragon Man is mentioned. It's like Beetlejuice. I just gotta say it 3 times. Dragon Man, Dragon Man, Dragon Man. And then Sim just is like, poof. That's one movie I'm glad that they never did a sequel for. They did an animated series, which was fun, but they never did a sequel. Not that I wouldn't have wanted to see it, it's just, I'm glad it was just like a one-off thing that we can enjoy, and it's just like its own classic now. And they don't just like keep going back to that well and milking it. You could go back to a whale too, but different context. Come on. Beautiful. What were the factors again? I got a quarter mil every 2.5 minutes over 13 hours. Yes, Falcon, that's it. Quarter mil every 2.5 minutes and 13 hours to do it. Assuming that there are no breaks, no hiccups, no, like, hey, it's 3 in the morning, I've been playing for the last 7 hours. I probably should go to bed, but here I am, putting up points. Something like that. So I'm really, yeah. I mean, I might wind up grinding for Psycho Man and Super Scroll when they come out. Get those 5 stars going. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, I can talk about Psycho Man now, because that 3-star release today was really unexpected. Because there's always an embargo for content creator people as to when they can start posting gameplay and talking about specific champions, and because, you know, this week's arena isn't one of the 2 new featured characters, one could surmise that the embargo had not yet come and gone for talking about champions yet, and you know, there still is an embargo in place. However, randomly this morning, log into the game and there's like, here's your free 3-star Psycho Man that they give to everybody. I'm like, does that mean we can talk about him now? And we got the green light, so why we can talk about the 3-star version of Psycho Man, because that's a thing now. Come on, Quake. I barely got 2 combos in and you're gone already. I was just warming up. Dragon Man, Dragon Man, Dragon Man, and Sim will pop up and it's not a diaper. It's his Kelvin's. Actually, while I think of it, 2 things actually. While I think of it, first thing while I think of it is to check the arena there. I don't know what it is with this game the last like month and change, but there's missing hero images all over the place. And I don't know why. But like the Deadpool one is gone. Anyway, arenas. I suppose out of all the different bugs in the arena, that probably shouldn't bug me the most, and yet. So in the arena, it's just random shards and stuff. Is it one of the like special milestone thingies? Did I miss it? Did they take it down? No, it's whatchamacallit? Solo gifting. Yeah, here we go. Oh no, the arena. No, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right. And a selectable profile picture too. Hot dang. Man, that's what I'm going for. Anyway. I put up a joke here on my Insta. And yeah, there's I've got an Instagram for the channel. I don't advertise it a whole lot, but I do. So like all the jokes and stuff that I put up on Twitter find its way onto Instagram as well. But anyway, this is the joke that I made. This is not his Tidy Whities, it's his Calvin's. Because like when the champ first came out, it's like it's a unique costume. Anyway, and how does a Dragon Man put those on in the first place? Because he's got this giant tail too, right? It's not like the tail is sticking over the top of the back of the boxers. There's a hole cut out for it, right? So how would a Dragon Man put on his shorts? Is it like left leg, right leg, tail, or is it tail, leg, leg, or is it like all three at once? These are the questions that keep me awake at night. Yeah, 1,000 5-star shards is not very impressive by modern standards. Hey, Kingslayer stopping in. What's good, Kingslayer? How are you, my friend? How is everything? How's the week finding you? What's new? What's the latest and greatest? Do you think I can get good places on the Doctor Strange arena if I went up to 800,000? Doctor Strange is the 4-star featured, right? I have no idea. Let me look something up for you here real quick. I want to see if they, because I forget, I want to see if they still keep track of that on Reddit. Because I know they still do the 4-star featured. I'm not sure about the 4-star sub-featured. Hey, stop it. Four-star basic. Okay, so cutoff for the 4-star basic champ is about 1.6 mil. Cutoff for 11 to 25% is still really high at like 1.4 mil. So for 800,000, it's probably like what, the third or fourth bracket for prizes. So I mean, you'll get something. You'll get something. I'll leave it up to you if if the prizes that you would wind up getting are if that would wind up helping your account or whatnot. Beep says, "Is this on Discord?" No, I think it actually it either predates Discord or it just got buried in a bunch of Discord. Speaking of which, shameless plug of the evening #1, everybody. If you have not already, I do cordially invite you to join the Rob Vaughn server. It is the official Discord channel of the Rob VonShoe channel. Got a link down in the description below if you have questions, comments, concerns about champions to rank up, to use on specific paths, or counter annoying bosses. That's a great place to ask. If you got crystal openings you want to brag about or sulk about, you can do that there too. Or most importantly, and my personal favorite, got a really great art and memes section. So if you have custom fan art or memes that you want to post, I am all about that, and got a spot there for that too. So again, Rob Vaughn server, got a link down in the description there. Hope to see you there. They also didn't explain why is it only one romance team with the gold border in arena. Shouldn't they all be romance teams? I don't know. There's something wonky going on with the different romance synergy options. Like something to do with a stun reflection, I think, in the Deadpool side quest. That the synergy teams aren't behaving as they're supposed to. I haven't looked a whole lot into it. I've completely kind of like glossed over the side event stuff for today, at least. But I have heard that there have been some issues. I think he uses regular underwear and it just sticks his tail through. There you go. He just makes his own tail spot. Or maybe, you know, he just like buys a pair of like guys' briefs and just like wears them backwards. I suppose that's an option too, right? Got Doc Strange for 1.7 mil last round. There you go. Congrats. Not to bore you guys, but I don't have enough courage to meet her. She's just a building away, and it's been 2 years since I saw her, so yeah, watch the movie. I think I missed the first part of that, bud. Oh, answering the question, what am I going to do for Valentine's Day? I don't know. Watch Master. Which one's Master? Master and Commander, Far Side of the World, starring Russell Crowe, the self-proclaimed best actor in the world. That would certainly be a good way to spend a Valentine's Day. Maybe it buttons over his tail. Maybe. Or maybe it's like one of those old-fashioned like cloth diapers, right? Where you could like origami it around around his tail and whatnot and just like tie it together with like one of those big giant baby pins that they used to use. Like, have you guys seen some of those old baby pins? That's effectively it's a safety pin, but it's just giant, right? Let me just put down Doctor Strange here, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. I don't have one right here, but for size comparison, at least, there you go. So, like the old baby pins used to be about the size of like this pen here, right? And lengthwise, like that. Like these giant size friggin' baby pins. It's unbelievable. Way back in the day. It's before my time. Marm stopping in saying, yo. What's good, Marm? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the stream here. How's it going? Pew, 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 pew. Just stopping by to say hi, ask a question. Should I go for a 5-star APOC and Professor X, or go for 5-star Ghost and Warlock? In the dual class crystal, you mean? I would probably go APOC and Professor X because there's so many OP mutant champs in there as well that if you miss and don't get those two, there's still a heck of a lot of other amazing options to get as well. Wave Rebel says, why do I walk into the weirdest parts? Well, your timing is impeccable. That's what that is. It's like your ears are burning and you're like, you know what? Now's the right time. And I'm happy we did not disappoint. Can says, best actor in the world. Have you heard the man, the myth, the legend himself, Danny DeVito? Oh no, I'm not arguing, or I'm not agreeing with that, with his assessment. But that is the infamous story of Russell Crowe and some of his early 2000s, late 90s, early 2000s image issues. So he wound up winning the Oscar, right, for Gladiator, and I'll give him that. That was an amazing movie at the time. Still is, but an amazing movie at the time. But it kind of went to his head a little bit. So after he won the Oscar, he, on several interviews, proclaimed himself the best actor in the world. Then he threw a handheld phone at someone's head, and it just wasn't a good look for him. Like, he's kind of figured out his life in the last 15 years or so, but at the time it was a rough patch. Master is a Tamil movie. Okay. I'm just doing a quick Google search. It looks like it's intriguing. Looks like it's a hit. Nice. I'm just curious. It's the first I'm hearing of it. Very nice. Marm says, Rob, on Valentine's Day I'm gonna be lonely. Oh. Well, if nothing else, call up like 1-800-Flowers or something and send yourself a small bouquet of flowers. Treat yourself. I would. I have. I would again. For me though, now, I'll just say it's for my wife, but between you and me and the entirety rest of YouTube, we know the truth. One Valentine's, I told my ex, draw her the best thing ever. Turns out she did not want a hot bath in the middle of summer. So much for romantic art. I get it. She's missing out, though. A hot bath, no matter what the weather, is an amazing thing. You just, like, especially if you unplug. You know, like, you turn your phone off, you turn your devices off. You can bring a book if you want, but just, like, take a hot bath, just, like, tune out the rest of the world for a little bit, and just hang out and soak for a bit. It's very, very relaxing. Yeah, I have giant baby pins. They're taking over. Don't bring one to an airport, though. Not a good idea. Don't recommend it. Even still. Oh. Live Aegon. Nice. APOC is poison immune, correct? He builds up to being poison immune. I think he builds up to being poison immune. I know he builds up to being bleed immune. I'm pretty sure he builds up to being poison immune. He is not at first, but he gets there. That's the thing. You got to eat a little bit of damage first. Hey, what's good, Roberto? Welcome to the stream. How are you? Hope you're doing well. How do you defeat Mr. Fantastic and Cavalier? He's annoying. I don't know, but Elsa Bloodstone's always a good choice. Wait, when is Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day is the 14th, so 11 days from right now. Build in a little bit of padding and say it's 9 days from now. That way, if you're going to get something, you would have already had it. Or will have it in hand. That's what I'm going for. You know a good relaxing bath when you wake up in a cold tub of water? Yeah. I have not ever fallen asleep in the shower or in the bath or whatnot. Personally. I know of people who have. I do not fault people who have, but I haven't yet myself. Who was it? It was Dalton Trumbo, I think, right? He was a writer, a screenwriter in the 50s. Wound up winning an Oscar later on, but his source of inspiration was writing in the bath. Like he would just like draw himself a bath and like hang out there, and had a little tray for his paper and his notebook, and he would just write. They made a well done movie with Bryan Cranston about it, with the whole communist scare in America in the 50s. Live, Saberman. Live. He's not awakened, so that helps. Who falls asleep in the shower? Hey man, if you're tired enough, you can fall asleep anywhere. It got to be so bad in college, just like night after night after night after night of not sleeping. I was painting, like a traditional painting with, you know, acrylic on a canvas at like, I don't know, 1 in the morning or something like that. And like mid-painting, I just completely knocked out. I woke up, the sun was out hours later. I was still at my desk painting. Paint's had all dried by that point, but I had never ever just like knocked out right in the middle of doing something like that ever before. And I was just like, oh, I should probably sleep. So it could happen. That's why bathtubs are so short, so you can't drown yourself. Yes, unless you are shorter than the bathtub, then you always need to be careful of that. Do you think I can complete the easy path with Colossus and Labyrinth with a rank for 5-star Gilly 99? Pretty decently skilled with keeping my combo, by the way. Yes. I think you could do it with Colossus as well, though, the easy path. Like, the thing you would need to just be mindful of are the annoying champs like Magic, like Falcon and War Machine. The ones with the last two are the ones with the, like, almost impossible to avoid special ones. The chip damage wears on you, and then Magic with all of her stupid limbo nonsense. But yeah, I mean, otherwise, I think the others could handle the easy path pretty well. The legendary New Zealand. As an American, I'm very much looking forward to being able to move about and travel again. I know the rest of the world, or a solid chunk of the rest of the world, you guys haven't figured out. You know, you're starting to be able to move about and live life again. But here in America, not quite there yet. So I'm very much looking forward to when we can again. Because now it's like I got like a year's worth of like traveling and adventures to catch up on. I'll put it on the bucket list. Alright, so currently sitting about 18 mil, so that's what, 4 mil to go. I'm good. I got this. I got this. And I would be happy to spend said dollars. Happy to spend said dollars. Can't say this, am I the only person who showers with really cold water? Possibly. Possibly. Not knocking it. Not my personal cup of tea. But cold showers are great for me if I really need to wake up. But I'm almost exactly the polar opposite. Like, if it's not borderline scalding hot, then it's not a relaxing shower for me. Like, there's a difference between a warm shower, like, that's nice. A hot shower is like, hey, it's almost there. And a, like, freaking almost borderline scalding hot shower. And I'm like, yeah, there we go. That's the one right there. Like, if I don't look like a lobster getting out of the shower, then it wasn't a good shower. I don't know why that is. Deep tissue, something or whatever. But yeah, that's my cup of tea right there. Like, I think the cold shower is pretty therapeutic, especially if you've got really sore muscle or not joints, but muscles. Like after a really strenuous workout, then the cold water I think could help with that a little bit. For me, that's probably where I would most likely take a really cold shower. Or, you know, the hot water heater's out and I need to take a shower and, you know, that's the only option. That's probably plan B right there, but nearly every day I woke up at 5 a.m., run for a bit, then I go home, take a really cold shower, go to school. Sounds like a great way to start a day. Like, you throw in like a 3-egg breakfast and hash brown with toast in the mix there too. That's like my perfect morning. Because then you're out running when the sun comes up. You get to watch the sun come up. You get to enjoy, you know, your area. Like right before the crack of dawn, you get to watch the sun come up, and then the world slowly starts to come alive. That's my favorite. I used to live next to the water, right? And on a foggy morning, as the sun was coming up, you know, you'd be out running, see the fog out over the water, watch the sun come up over the water, which is fantastic, but then slowly watch the fog burn off. Those are some good mornings. Figure now, it's a great time for a quick segue for shameless plug number 2. If you guys haven't already, if you would kindly like the video, subscribe to the channel while you're at it. It's a growing channel, and all that stuff helps build up the analytics for YouTube, helps build up discoverability, and helps the channel going. So I'd very much appreciate that. And ringing that notification bell as well, because there's been a couple of things getting posted here the last few weeks, and there's always cool stuff coming down the pipes too. Got some crystal openings coming up, haven't done one of those in ages, as well as more gameplay for some of the new champs, the rework champs, and, you know, some fun champs on the side too. So do stay posted, because it's busy. It's good busy. I prefer a really good oatmeal with peanut butter and toast. And what do you put in your oatmeal? I never realized that was a question to ask people. Because there's like, yeah, you just put a little bit of milk and maybe some brown sugar and oatmeal. Like, that's oatmeal. That's the way you do it. But apparently, there's a lot of different ways to do it, how to make oatmeal. And some ways are a bit more creative than others, I'll say. Some are a bit different than others as well. So I'm always curious to ask, see if there's something I'm missing out on. PB likes a medium-sized shower, but not those large showers because it doesn't steam up enough. Yeah. I suppose it also depends on the size of the room that the shower is in as well. If it's a smaller room, it steams up faster. If it's a larger room, it may not steam up at all. Wave Rebel says, I hate the cold and cold water. If I'm not burning, then the temp's not hot enough. That's right. That's right. What's up, Pop? Trade Valentine's cards? Maybe. I have no idea about any of those things. That's not me being dismissive or any of that. But I have not looked at any of the side events to know what's up or how any of that's going to work. I'm told that there are like cav crystals that we can get that have possible 6 stars, and that's cool. But outside of that, for like, whatchamacallit, the New Year events, I don't know anything about that or the Valentine, so let's put a pin in that. I'm gonna put a pin in that. Get back to you later. Steel cutout, protein powder, almond milk in a bowl, and soak in the fridge overnight. Add nuts and berries in the morning as your pre-workout. Oh yeah. See, I used to do almost the same thing, but instead of the almond milk, it was a low-fat yogurt. And then you can mix up the different flavors, whether it's either like just straight vanilla or if you wanted it to be like a berry of some sort. and then combine with some fresh fruit as well. Mix that all up. Very nummy, very hearty, very nummy. I like putting bananas and strawberries in my cereal. The cereal is really crunchy and chocolatey too. The banana helps very much. So do the strawberries. Yum. I think I'm just running straight APOC right here. I think. I don't think I've got anything. Do I have other synergy people? I do not. There was a reason for that. It's a meme I'm gonna post tomorrow, probably. So stay tuned for that. Shameless plug number 3. I'm on a roll with shameless plugs right now. There's plugs all over the place. My cereal is Kellogg's Chocos, cereal crafted by a monkey. Sounds nummy. It's really fun. It's really fun. Like the regional naming differences of the cereal. It's like the exact same thing, but just depending where in the world you're at, they're called different things. Like Frosted Flakes is a perfect example of that, because I think it's either in the UK. Is it the UK? Or at least not America, that they're called, what, Frosties, I think? I'm thinking it has something to do with local trademarks. So like you could get away with that, saying that in America, but like it either was an existing trademark and again say the UK or whatnot, or Frosted Flakes is, I don't know, too generic a name, so they needed to call it something else. Can goes oatmeal, dates, bananas, brown sugar, some peanut butter, protein powder. Top it off with a few different fruits. My dad always used to like putting butter in his oatmeal. Like, it's different, right? Like, I never thought about putting butter in oatmeal, and yet he did, and he gets a big kick out of it. So I'm like, all right, you do you, dude. Wave Rebel is hosting everybody for breakfast tomorrow, because I'm going to be making some Belgian waffles, going to melt down some chocolate and drizzle on. Yep, and making enough for everybody. That's thoughtful of you. In Mexico, Frosted Flakes are called azucarilla, or sugar bites in English. I like it. It's completely true. It's completely true. Like, you know, and it's so dumb in America too, how lenient the whatchamacallit, not the FDA, but I think it is the FDA. How lenient they are with the labeling on food products. Like, made with real fruit. I was like, well, no, not really. Part of this balanced breakfast, yeah, but like terms and conditions apply. You know. It's like, you could say it is, but it really isn't. But you could say it is. So, like, for example, right, and I have always been, I have certain keywords that I just really hate. Like, anytime that somebody advertises using these keywords, I immediately know that their product is garbage. and I should stay far, far away. So, like, one of them, for instance, is gourmet. If a product advertises its food as being gourmet, I know it's absolute trash. Because it probably is trash. Because if it was bona fide gourmet, they would not be selling it frozen in the freezer section for like buy 3 for $5 sort of thing. Gourmet means like it used to be cardboard, and thanks to modern technology, it now vaguely resembles broccoli. But yes, if it says gourmet on the box, no. The other thing along those lines is if something or a restaurant advertises that their food product is made from scratch. Now, for the longest time when I was younger, I was like, they make it with fresh ingredients, you know, just like we do at home, from scratch. And then as I got older and I got much more cynical, and I kind of realized that from scratch isn't necessarily the way that I thought it was. For like you got like eggs, you got flour, you know, beat it all together, you add different things, and then, you know, there you go, ta-da, it's a cake. But like scratch is like a proper noun, a trademark, like goop that just like gets ironed out into a mold. So it's like if you said it's from scratch, you're correct. You're not lying. It's just that from scratch is actually like a name of a product as opposed to a technique for making things. What's a gourmet? Gourmet is French. So the word is like, it's a very high-end, classy, ritzy delicacy, right? It's like top-notch. Made by professionals who know what they're doing, who are masters of their craft, right? That's gourmet. That is what gourmet actually means. But because it sounds French over here, some manufacturers like putting gourmet on the box because they're like, hey, that makes it sound fancy. But it is not, in fact, gourmet. It is an ice cube with flavor. The chocolate in Chris McCoy chocolate, and I'm trying to be a chef, so maybe after I'm done with college, I could hook up some of you if you're close. Hey, there you go. Yeah, or just like pack it up and mail it overnight to everybody else. We'll have it in the morning. Gan's got the taste bud preferences of an elderly man. That's curious. Caramel, vanilla bean, pistachio, butter pecan, etc. The good stuff. I've only recently come to appreciate the difference between vanilla and vanilla bean. Like, you wouldn't expect there to be a big difference, but there's a difference. From scratch, and the meat inside said product is still breathing over however badly cooked it is. Yes. Yes. If you poke your hamburger and it moves back at you, that's not a good thing. If you poke your hamburger and it oinks back at you, then that's still not a good thing, but that's still acceptable. If you poke your hamburger and it barks at you, then you got a problem. I don't think I'm going to be getting any fast food sponsorships on this channel anytime recently. Pumpkin ravioli with sage butter sauce or cheese ravioli with tomato and basil sauce. I would probably have to go with the... It depends what kind of cheese. That's the thing. Cheese ravioli. Because like if it's a hearty cheese that's got a bit of a bite to it, that would be really nummy. And then double down on double basil for me. That would be amazing. That would probably be my preference. Gourmet may cause the following side effects. Yes, if it gives you IBS, then it's probably not worth it. I mean, then again, if there's a coupon inside of the box for like Tums or like, I don't know, Pepto-Bismol or something to go alongside your gourmet meal, then I mean that would be nice, at least. Be a nice little freebie. They're looking out. They're like, yo dude, I realize that this is gourmet. And just because we love you, here you go. Some ricotta Parmesan cheeses. You guys are making me hungry. Homemade ravioli is awesome ravioli. Because like you could get like the previously made stuff that's frozen. All you gotta do is, you know, warm it up and you got some raviolis right there. But I'm too impatient for that, so like I throw it in the microwave. You know, nuke it on one side for like 45 seconds, like pull it out and then flip it over. Nuke it for another 45 seconds, something like that. Thinking that it's going to be evenly cooked, and of course by that point the actual ravioli is like nuclear hot, but like the cheese inside is still frozen or still cold. See, I'm too lazy to like properly reheat it the right way. So in that regard, I would almost rather just make it fresh and then just like chow down from there. We gotta work on my technique for smaller raviolis too, because like the ones that I've made are fairly decent size, like 2 inches square basically. See if I can't make them smaller though. I'm not a man of courage, just a boy of sleep. Well, why not? Why not? What's the worst that could happen? Go big. Man Falcon not only is speaking in the third person, but Man Falcon is also re-exploring my culinary love. Well, see, there you go. You gotta practice your craft, so you'll always have that ace in the hole. That is one thing I wish that I had a better mastery of when I moved into my own place for the first time. Because it's something certainly I learned very quickly soon thereafter, like how important it is. Like you can only eat like top ramen, rehydrated noodles so many days in a row before you're like This sucks. That's when you gotta learn to make the extra nummy stuff. When you use a microwave, you're supposed to let the food sit in there for 2 minutes to let the heat equalize. Yeah, but I don't have the patience for that. I need that instant gratification. I need to just like throw it in a box and push a button and have it immediately come out as like a fully cooked meal. Like the Jetsons, basically. Like they had the rehydrator, right? So they had the little capsule that they just like, I don't know, Rosie the robot just like spritzed with her, I don't know, little watering can, and it turned into a full-fledged meal. That's what I need. I don't have the patience for anything else. I got places to go, got people to see, I got things to do. Video games to play. The important stuff. All that effort was just for Nick Fury's first phase. Good lord. There we go. Saving that special 3 for the coup de grace. Out some nashi. If it is food, I will eat it. It's at that point. If it is food, I will eat it. Or I could put in a little bit of extra work too and make some carbonara. I am still working on my carbonara game. Like I'm pretty happy with where it's at. I can make it. I can whip it together. It's mighty nummy. I enjoy it, but I also realize that I can be better, and that's the goal right there. That is my dish of choice. I suppose at some point too I need to like hunker down and find and build up like the family chili recipe. Because like some people are just absolutely militant about their own personal chili recipe. I don't know why that's so important to some people. It is. But it's like they are just like tight-lipped, mum is the word. And it's nummy. Don't get me wrong, the stuff that they make is really nummy, but unless you're going in for like professional competitions for cook-offs and whatnot, it seems a bit extra. Waverl says, well, gotta go sleep. Post a picture of my waffles in the Discord. Please do. I love Belgian waffles. Love them Belgian waffles. Can make a mean bowl of rigatoni. And what do you do to make said rigatoni? How does it go from just being amazing to being a mean bowl? These are the things I need to know. I mean, now's the time, right? Now's the time to, you know, to try new ways of making things and experiment a little bit. Get good. Just make like the same thing over and over and over again. Improve on it each time. build up and have like one of those old-fashioned like Betty Crocker cookbooks, but with your own stuff. Punchy punch punch. There we go. So what do we got left here? So you got one more run of the 6 stars. That should push me over to 20, I think. I'd be okay with that. And then after this round, maybe dive into the romance one for a wee bit. Can't imagine, it's like a 2, 3, and 4 star champs, right? So I can't imagine that arena would take too terribly long to get through. Is there a strong resale market for N64 consoles? Someone stole most of my games, so I don't have any reason to keep it, really. If it's in really good working order and it's complete with a couple controllers and the cables, if you got an expansion pack too, that's useful. It could fetch a fair asking price. The games are nuts. Like, the games are anywhere between like 75 and 150 bucks, right? Especially for like the classics, you know, any of the Mario, any of the Nintendo brand stuff. Console though, I think if it's like a complete system, you could get a pretty fair asking price. Like if it's just the console, not as much. So here we go. You could get, so for a working system with a controller, the cables, and then Star Wars Racer, this person's asking for like 140. So I'm seeing like anywhere between like 100, 140, 180. Some have games thrown in as well. Shipping included, so that would have to come out of your own pocket from that. But yeah, I'm actually kind of surprised. It's a lot cheaper than I thought it would be. But the games though are nuts. I haven't actually looked for a while. So one of the games that I have been looking at casually, just for kicks, is Conker's Bad Fur Day. It was the first hard M rated game for Nintendo, right? And they just put like warnings all over the box, and the game is like, this game is not made for kids. But Xbox has done a number of like remasters and ports and whatnot, and all of those have been garbage. But so it looks like an authentic copy of the game is about 130 bucks for just the cartridge for an authentic one. If you want a brand new sealed version of the game, right, still in box, same with the inserts and all of that, right, that's going to run you about 800 to 1,000 bucks. Not graded, by the way. That's just ridiculous. But it's a very, very, very fun game. From the guys that did GoldenEye and then Banjo-Kazooie. Rareware. Or just Rare at that point. Who are the best counters for the Romance Quest week number 1? I am sorry to say that I have no idea. I haven't taken a look at all for any of that, so I got nothing. I got nothing. if you want to just throw in the chat like base like who the champs are or like what some of the nonsense nodes that they have tacked on, I could throw out a couple ideas, but off the top of my head, I got nothing. All right, so that's cool. 20 mil right there. What's the last milestone? 1,500,000. Okay, that should be fairly quick, I think. So let's just run with 4 stars. And since it is a 2, 3, 4 star arena, it's not really going to matter. And as I understand it for these gold bordered ones, right? It's these ones wind up giving you extra points. It's not that you need to bring synergy romance synergy teams yourself. You just need to fight synergy champs. They've done stuff like this before with other Deadpool events, but alright, so you see I use San Marzanos and goat cheese, a little bit of ricotta too. That's what separates the good rigatoni from the mean ones. Nice. Is that what it is? You need to bring a romance synergy. Oh, for the side event. Okay. Well, actually, I'm not sure if Storm Pyramid X would be able to reflect that. I'm not sure if it's an active stun or a passive stun. Because she's got that anti stun mechanism built in for like Mordo and whatnot. But that's really touchy-feely. So PB's got the console with 3 controllers, cables, expansion, and the South Park shooter. Me people stole my GoldenEye and Mario Kart and others. Oh, jerks. So then, yeah, you could probably fetch a fair price for that. For 3 controllers, I would say probably shoot for like 150, something like that. Probably be a good bet. And then definitely try and keep it domestic. Shipping international is just adding a whole new layer of just unpleasantness. Is 20 million enough for 1 to 5%? No. 22, 23 mil is. I'm just stopping for right now, just because all my 6 stars are done. They're on cooldown. Might jump back in later on for the 5 stars, put up the last couple mil, or just wait till tomorrow when the 6 stars are off of cooldown to just cheese that last couple mil. Easy peasy. But needed a break. So I figured start in on the romance synergy arena right here just for a little bit. Remember, you used to have this really big collection of old wrestling figures and had a few I resold for over 300 bucks. Isn't it freaky, like, how the resale market just turns around? Case in point, I like customizing action figures. It's a fun hobby of mine, right? And there was a wave of the Marvel Legend toys where they did the Netflix series, right? So there was a Netflix Daredevil, there was a Netflix Punisher, there was a Netflix Elektra. And like that just peg warmed. That just peg warmed. They wound up clearancing out that bunch of stuff. Like it was just everywhere. They could not get rid of it to save their life. Anyway, just for kicks, because I mean I've got my figures here, but just for kicks, because I was like, hey, I might want to customize something else. What's the going price? Like a brand new unopened one of those now is like fetching 90 bucks. What? From clearance to like that kind of value, It's freaky, but yeah, I mean, that's just what time and distance winds up doing. So, I mean, if somebody wants something bad enough, then they're willing to pay that. You're flipping in action figures from age 9 to 13. Hey, that's pretty good hustle. Yeah, like I used to resell a lot of sneakers, bought a few pairs for say $800 for example, and I'd almost always flip around the shoes for about 6 times the price. Dang. Yeah. Because, I mean, there's two things with that. I mean, there's, like, again, the resale market, right? If you got something, you wait a bit of time and then sell it for a profit, right? That's one thing. But then there's the whole scalper market, too, especially for, like, adult toy collectibles and figures and whatnot. And trading cards now, especially. Because I guess Pokemon is having a big resurgence for trading cards. So the stores are always out. Stores are always out. Like, there's a queue of people waiting to get into stores as they open, just in case today's the day that they decide to restock. I was going up to a store and I saw that there was a line out the building, and I was like, is this still a line to get in? You guys, like, you know, gating people? They're like, nah, these guys are here for the trading cards. I'm like, oh, okay then. So I don't know. I don't know if it's like a bona fide interest in it, or if it's like a niche knee-jerk thing, because there's some YouTubers doing big, like, card opening videos now, or what, but... Or if there's, like, actually just really good cards in there for the game. I don't know. It's interesting. We want to see the custom figures, maybe. So, like, here's the fun insight into my thinking and whatnot, right? So, like, I want to build up the channel a little bit here for gaming and MCOC, and then branch off into other stuff eventually too, right? But then when the idea is that eventually to start up either a second channel or flesh out the Instagram side of things, and that's where I would wind up posting, like, custom figure stuff I do just for fun. But right now it's just strictly just like a hobby for fun whenever I have time, because again, I'm focusing on the game side of stuff to build that up a little bit first, and if and when that gets to a point when that's a bit more self-sufficient, say, then we go. Mr. Smoke pulling a 6-star vulture. Well, dude, I'd punch a F into chat for that one. Definitely punching an F into chat for that. Rip. The real money's in grasshoppers. Well, that's an interesting bit. Grasshoppers is the food of the future. You've got, I know, normally fast checkout hands. Well, see, that's the thing. It's not hard. Like, if you're going through the self-checkout, right, it's not hard. I don't know how people still, like, a decade after they've been introduced, stand there like it's the first time they've ever seen the thing. You know, it's no. You just go up, you just scan it, bag it, pay, and get out. And it's not like old people standing there either, because that's understandable, right? It's a newfangled gadgetry. It's like people my age, just like standing there like, oh, how does this work? How does the magic scan thing work? Like they haven't seen like retail people using similar devices their entire life. I've been learning about the luxury watch market. Some crazy stuff if you need a good rabbit hole to get sucked into. Oh, I'm sure. I'm sure. Get yourself a really solid looking timepiece. I would love a watch. I would love two things. First, to have like a breast coat watch on a chain, and then second, for there to be a fashion trend backwards to allow me to do that without having to wear like a vest or an overcoat and still have it work. Because like those things are slick. Watches are crazy, and repairing watches and flipping them is an insane amount of profit. I suppose for the artistry of just being able to repair a watch for their insanely small components. Very interesting. I mean, check out as an online purchase. Oh. Gotcha. Finally, the champ has come back to vonShoe stream. What is up, PC? How's it going, bud? Hope you are well. Happy Wednesday. How's it going? Boink. Get out of here, Electra. You know what really grinds my gears? Using some laser gun to check my items out at a supermarket. Yeah, they got those at like Target and stuff too. No one uses them, but like next to the scanner, there's a scanner pistol, scanner gun, whatever they call it. They could just like, you know, rapid fire stuff in your cart. Hardly ever see anybody use that though. Not sure if it's because they don't know it's there or they just don't like using it. So I'm trying to see what I have handy here. I don't have something right here at my desk per se, but it's a project that I'm just barely starting to work on. Because I was talking about like the Netflix Daredevil a little bit ago, right? So it is just basically concept right now, so I still need to strip it, but just for you, PP. So I've got a Marvel Legends, how do I frame this? There we go. Marvel Legends Deadpool body here, right? And I want to build up for the Season 2 Daredevil suit, because the Marvel Legends one here originally is nice, but the articulation is very basic. Deadpool one here is, I mean, he's got everything. He's got double jointed elbows, he's got butterfly torso, his crunch is nuts. Plus, I appreciate that it's a more realistic human anatomy, as opposed to like the super bulky superhero one, which isn't what was on the show. So then I wound up getting a custom head that was ripped from the MCOC version, right? So that's my head here. It's already designed for the Season 2 armor. So the idea here is to strip the pistols, the scabbard, the belt, knife, on a leg knife right there, sculpt in a neck guard, give him a little bit more bulk in the shoulders, and then just sculpt through here too with just the nuance of the armor, paint it up, and then have that good to go. So that's not much of a completed figure, but that's what I got right here at my desk. Because they never wound up coming up with a solid figure for the Netflix Daredevil series. They came out with one, and that was nice. And Mezco came out with a version as well, but the articulation was garbage, and basically the entire armor was like a one-piece jumpsuit fabric costume, which not only hindered articulation, but because the whole thing was cloth, it didn't look like it was armor. It looked like he was in a giant Daredevil like onesie, and that doesn't really do it for me. So I'm making my own. So we'll see how that goes. Devil Pool. Yeah, I claimed the special objective before the next one was unlocked. Finished special 1 fight, did a special 2, and it didn't count. Well, that's dumb. Because they had fixed it last time, where it would just carry over automatically. I don't like that at all. They're really going heavy on those Psycho Man quests, aren't they? Anyway. Hey, what's good, Reaper? Thanks for stopping in, bud. Happy Wednesday. How are you doing? Deadpool sounds like a spin-off Deadpool game that would come out as a gag in games or comics. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? I'd watch it. But yeah, I mean, I love customizing stuff. Some of the work that some people are doing now, because I've never been big on Instagram before this year, and now I'm like, all right, I'll get one. What the heck? Why not? But now I'm really starting to go down the rabbit hole for that, and the work that people post for some of their custom paint jobs and head sculpts and whatnot is positively insane. Like, it's such an... Because it's 1/12 scale, so it's minuscule. But, like, the detail that they get into hair and eyes and whatnot. See, you could get Deadpool X-Force for 40 bucks, but would you? It's not a Hot Toys, is it? It's the not a Hero series, but something like that. PC saying, love the new side profile view. Well, cheers, bud. I wanted to move the camera around a little bit, make it I think make it a little bit more visually interesting. But thank you very much. I mean, it could be a 12-foot tall Deadpool. Be a giant pool. Guess who's back? Back again. Half is back. Excuse me. Tell a friend. Guess who's back? 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 Marvel Legends 12-inch Deluxe. That must have been out a couple years ago, I think. Because I remember they were doing that. They did a Daredevil one. I think they did a Cyclops too, I want to say. Because I remember seeing those periodically. Going for like, I don't know, expensive. So for it to be going for 40 bucks, New Zealand is, that's good. That's a good price. Thank you. Thank you muchly. Behemoth pool. Now you're onto something. Who needs Ant-Man or Giant Man when we have Behemoth Man? Make Giant Man look like a little fellow. It was. My sneezes sound like coughs, and my cough sounds like a sneeze. My body's all kinds of mixed up. It has no idea what it's doing. I think it's just winging it. Making it up as it goes along. Alright, Sue. Special me, please. Thank you. There we go. I'll take that. $2019, bless you. 2020, run. Yep. 2021, the jury's still out. We'll see how it plays out. Hopefully it goes back to the 2019 courtesy. I don't know why that is. There is a scientific reason why some people like chain sneeze like that. Like some people like sneeze once, some people sneeze like twice or 3 times. Other people like sneeze for 5 minutes straight. And it's very interesting. I don't know why that is. There is a reason for it. I know as much. There is a reason for it. There we go. Let me do something here real quick. A chain sneeze. That sounds so metal. It's a chain sneeze. Once you start, you don't stop. But some of them are too. Are pretty nuts too. One of my friends back in school, she used to chain sneeze, but it wasn't like a big like "Wachoo!" It was like this itty bitty little "choop." So like, if she'd be sitting off in the corner in class, right, and she would get going sneezing, it'd just be like "choo choo 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 choo" for like a couple minutes straight, and you can't be mad because it's like this high pitched little squeak. But you feel bad for her at the same time, too, because, you know, hey, it's 5 minutes later and she's still sneezing. Mixed emotions. the same thing's true. It's got to be some like underlying psychological connection that all people have, or just hardwired into us. Like Chain sneezing, right? But then like yawning at the same time too. How you can see one person yawn and then the yawn is contagious. You don't even have to be in the same room. You can just hear a yawn, the sound of a yawn, and that's enough to trigger it. For the drop rate for the Valentine's card? Oh, for the gifting ones, you mean? Yeah, that's probably a bug. If you're talking about like the crystals, how you can get the Cav crystals or whatever, it's the usual drop rates. So it's like a 1.5% chance for a 6-star, a 15% chance for a 5, and everything else is not as exciting. I would sneeze like a lumberjack for a minute, and my classmates would just stare. I try to prevent sneezes any way I can. Oh yeah, or worse still, when you try and like prevent yourself from sneezing, and it just like dies halfway out. So it gets like caught in your throat, and it's just, it burns. Let's do this. Little do you know, Half, I just swallow once and the sneeze goes away. Witchcraft is what it is. That's what I'm chalking it up to. It's just witchcraft. Nothing else. Pure, straight, and simple. Uh-oh. Please don't destroy me. Live. Thank goodness. This is a fairly straightforward arena. I would like to not lose a streak, preferably. I mean, I'm certainly asking for trouble getting 2 domino specials to the face, but... Rob Von Yawn. That's me. Rob vonShoe. I like that one better. I'm gonna go with that. Rob vonShoe. I'm gonna stick with it. That's what happens when you get to the back half of the stream. I really appreciate the level of care and design that went into naming these different opponents. Romance Team 5. Romance Team 7. Well played, guys. Well played. There is Half, and a baby shoe too. Shoe Junior. It's like Syndrome saying from The Incredibles, "It's a whole family of shoes." Lots of shoes. Except for me. I mean, for being named vonShoe, my shoe game is very low key. Like you got people like PC here who is like top notch shoe game, And then there's me. I've got my dress shoes, I've got my everyday shoes, and I got my workout shoes. You can throw sandals in there too, because that's technically footwear, but that's about it. Come on. Get out of here. Yeah. When we get into crunch time, it'll be Rob vonShoe. Yeah, man. I mean, seriously, for the next featured 5-star, for if it's either Psycho Man or Super Scroll, yeah, last day of the 5-star grind, that's gonna be Rob vonShoe time. No doubt. And then be Rob Yon coma, Rob Yon getting some sleep. Rob Yon gotta rest on my fingers because my fingers are burning. What's a Syndrome? Syndrome was the villain of the Incredibles movie. It's, sorry, that was a bit random. Incredibles is my favorite movie, animated movie ever, of all time. I quote and reference it an awful lot. But yeah, so Syndrome, once he catches the Incredibles in the end of the second act, then yeah, that's when he drops the line. He realizes that there's a whole family of Incredibles. Can't say I got a lot of shoes, but I mostly resell some of them. I've got a good amount of my grails, but I tend to keep it a little low key. Nothing over 900 bucks anymore. That's pretty good. Do you keep them in the original box though, or do you have like each pair has its own drawer or what? Hey, what's good, Level Up? How's it going? Hope you are well. I am pretty excited. There is a Level Up event going on right now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to rank up anybody big for it, but it's always cool seeing that there is one. I'm a New Balance kind of guy. You know what? I am getting old. I used to joke about New Balance, like New Balance being dad shoes. And then I went to the store and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to try it on just for kicks. I'm not going to get it. At least I could try it on. And dang it, wouldn't you know? Damn things are comfortable. I didn't wind up getting them. I wound up getting a Nike pair, but they are comfy. Always been rather partial to Vans. Favorite animated movie is probably Iron Giant. That is also a stellar choice. Funnily enough, because both Iron Giant and Incredibles was directed by the same guy. I've got both. Keep the original boxes in my closet and the shoes inside different boxes from IKEA. Nice. Just duped my Doctor Strange from the 5-star featured crystal. Well, that's good. He is still a chase 5-star to get. Are you happy with that? Because really, at the end of the day, that's what matters. All right, Roberto. Take care, bud. Thank you for hanging out. Good seeing you. We'll catch you in the next stream, bud. Punchy, 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 spinny, spinny, kicky. Ken got Doctor Strange from the featured, but wasn't as happy. Well, because see, that's the thing. Because like, on one hand, it's a featured character. He's a Chase 5-star. He's old school, so he's hard to get, right? So getting him and getting him woken up is a challenge, and it's cool. But that having been said, he is a shell of his former self, unceremoniously so. So I get that. I get that. Like, the fact that he can still auto-nullify as easily as he can is really nice. Plus, he doesn't rely on damage over time debuffs like Symbiote Supreme does. So that makes him pretty useful. But still, his damage output, not super great. Hey, Cataclysm says, the shoes? The shoes? It's gotta be the shoes. What's up, bud? Happy Wednesday. Welcome to the stream. Hope you are doing well. Happy new content day. I got white mags too, so I was happy for, but I could not say the same for the former surgeon. Well, yeah, because white mags has got that pre-fight that he can just apply to everybody. Just make life super easy, which is really nice. Doctor Strange just needs a buff. He just needs a buff. And even if the buff is like reverting him back to pre 12.0, so like an anti-buff basically, that may well be sufficient. Tigra and Moon Knight had a romantic thing going? I didn't know that. That's curious. News to me, at least. Or was it Black Panther and Moon Knight and Tigra was the third wheel? That would be interesting. Give us back that lane clearing pre-nerf Scarlet Witch. Seriously. Seriously. Please. Something. It's as soon as Moon Knight had a couple of those scratching posts installed in the living room. That's when they had to make it official. I find it hilarious how Mojo is into romance crystals for loving himself. It's hard to hate such a funny and well-designed character. Now, fighting him, though, it's a different story. Yeah, I mean, props to him, right? You should always love yourself, right? There's also one with, oh, no, I take it back. That's MODOK. Never mind. Because MODOK has one with Squirrel Girl, I think. Some quirky one like that. But you definitely gotta respect the guy. You know, he knows what's up. Do I open my Build-A-Figure Mojo? I would say no. I would probably check and see what each of the different pieces wind up going for a la carte. Possibly just getting a second one. So that when you've got the figs still in the box, you still got all the different Build-A-Figure pieces with them in the box. Uh-oh. That way you get the best of both worlds. I'm not sure what the going rate for the Build-A-Figure Mojo is going for anyway. Because he hasn't been redone in the modern line, right? Like it's still the Toy Biz ones. So fully built Build-A-Figure Mojo is like $75, give or take. The figures themselves, much less so. Much less so. Up to you. Look at Ronan's info on his awakened ability. Did they change it? Oh. Whoops. How do you mess that up? Why are they messing with Ronan in the first place? Yeah. That's curious, isn't it? Like how certain characters have dialogue when entering certain fights. Yeah. Yeah, that's fun. Spider-Ham is all over the place. STRYFE has a few now. Gwenpool's got a bunch. It's a nice touch. Got that. Maybe Kabam have a very disgruntled employee. I mean, maybe. Wouldn't that be something though? Ronan gets like this broken cheese crit damage boost just because he's also secretly a Rocket Raccoon. That would be delightfully silly. Yeah. A raccoon judge. Come here, dude. Thank you. That's a good sign. Game freezes for just a second there. Do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. Do that, do that. Do that, do that, do that.
Definitely not gonna fuck around.
Yeah, sure, why not? Ack? Yeah, Ack is what iBomb says once he poisons himself. Oh yeah, that's what Ken said. Okay, just bought a 5-star feature for 13K from the Black ISO Market. Let my wife open. She pulled a Cosmic Ghost Rider. So hyped. Don't even care about pulling a 6-star Vulture. Well, yeah, well that's enough to take the edge off, huh? Wifey for the win. W for Wumbo, right? So we're getting there. We're getting there. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get 500k off of this last fight or if I need to do one more round, but so close. So close. One more round. One more round, that should do it. Then, do a couple of things. Alright, one more. Let's get this. Let's get this arena done day one. Get out of here, Phoenix. Sweet. It was always such a fun thing to do. Like, if the opponent is just like 5% health left, and you're running like Electro or Korg or something, just let them punch into you. They can peter themselves out. Teleporting Spidey saying, magic, magic, magic with a cake. Be fun dialogue to add in. Yeah, for whenever they add the next version of Spider-Man in the game, maybe. The home suit from the last movie. That could be fun. Dude, are you serious? That wasn't enough? I'm 5,000 points shy. Son of a mother. Alright. Fine. We'll do one more. Kind of makes you wonder how long it's going to be before they start adding MCU characters back into the game. Because I mean, it has been a year next month since White Widow came out, and she was the last one. Ebony Maw has a lot of synergies that increases attack, like the synergy Airwalker has, while the opponent is suffering from a Falter or Black Tongue. Maw gains 70% attack, also with STRYFE. Yeah, they keep trying to buff Maw, which is nice. Kind of give his degen the sort of damage it does, like in deep incursion runs, but just like that we can actually use. So I appreciate that. Kind of take the noodleness away. The bummer part though is like to what end? Like where Maw could still wind up being not only just like useful, but like broken OP, you know? Because it's like one thing to like bring Maul along and bring up the whole synergy team around him. But like, what could he do better than other people? All right, there we go. That is the entire romance romance arena done day 1 in 19 rounds. And now it's going to sit here front and center for the next week. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. I think that's probably a good place to call it for a night, huh? It's about getting a raid going. Go say hi to Boneman. He's streaming right now, too. Got a link right there in the description. #RobVonRaid.
I know, right?
If it could trouble you guys, if you are interested, to like the video if you haven't already. Subscribe as well, because, again, that helps build up the analytics, helps get the channel discovered. I do very much appreciate that. By ringing the notification bell, you can stay on top of videos as they drop. I'm doing a bunch more gameplay stuff. Now that Psycho Man is available in-game as a 3-star, I can do some stuff with him too, in addition to more Kingpin buff, Yellow Jacket buff, Mole Man, and Terrax as well. Plenty of cool stuff coming down the pipes always. Stuff coming out, so stay tuned for that. I'm going to be live streaming again Friday night. So I'll be catching you guys then for some Yellow Jacket Arena, or most likely Cavalier side event. But again, I'm going to be saying howdy to Boneman over here. Hope to see you guys over there, and see you guys next time on the live stream. Until next time, all, take care, talk soon, stay safe, and be well, all. Bye for now.